On this video we're taking a look at our NBA over and under for the games that are happening on Thursday, March 31st, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Brooklyn Nets vs Milwaukee Bucks. Over 238. And here is why. The Brooklyn Nets are averaging 112.4 points on 47.4% shooting and allowing 112.1 points on 45.3% shooting. Kevin Durant is averaging 29.7 points and 6.1 assists, while Kyrie Irving is averaging 27 points and 4.3 rebounds. Seth Curry is the third double-digit scorer, and LaMarcus Aldridge is grabbing 5.6 rebounds. The Brooklyn Nets are shooting 35.7% from beyond the arc and 80.2% from the free throw line. The Brooklyn Nets are allowing 34.7% shooting from deep and are grabbing 44.1 rebounds per game. Milwaukee's offense has been clicking on all cylinders as they welcome back key pieces to the roster. In its last 10 games, the Bucks are averaging nearly 121 points per game. In that time, however, the Bucks have only a plus 3.6 point differential. The team's 3 losses in that time have been by an average of 19 points. When the Bucks lose, as of late, it is by a resounding amount. Interestingly, all 3 losses have come against Western Conference foes, and all 3 were on the road. The Bucks have not lost to an Eastern Conference foe since February 26 against these same Nets, 129-126. The Bucks played that game without George Hill, Brook Lopez and Pat Connaughton. The Nets played without Kevin Durant, so this will be the first of the 2 teams' 4 matchups that feature the lineups both teams will likely have in the playoffs. Milwaukee owns a 2-1 lead in the season series. This game might have a playoff feel to it, but I think that is just going to be the intensity of the environment, not more focus on defense. Brooklyn just gave up 123 points in a win against Detroit, so as long as Giannis Antetokounmpo is good to go, I would expect the Bucks to score just as many, probably more. Milwaukee has its moments on defense, but really the Bucks want to turn games into track meets, as that is how they maximize their best player. Brooklyn should be happy to oblige because they have no real defensive principles to speak of. This is a big number, but I still like the over. Chicago Bulls vs Los Angeles Clippers. Under 220.5 points. And here is why. Los Angeles had a big comeback win over Utah as they were down 32-14 after the first quarter, but they rallied to outscore the Jazz in every other quarter, including outscoring them 39-21 in the fourth to secure the win. In the game, they were led by Paul George who had 34, while Reggie Jackson had 21, and Luke Kennard off the bench chipped in with 17. The Los Angeles Clippers have been in dreadful form as they've lost 8 of their last 11 games overall, but they will be aiming to build some momentum in this one after snapping a 5-game slide with a 121-115 home win over the Jazz on Tuesday. Paul George drained 6 3-pointers to lead the team with 34 points and 6 assists on 10 of 20 shooting. Reggie Jackson added 21 points with 5 assists, while Luke Kennard chipped in with 17 points on 6 of 9 shooting off the bench. As a team, the Clippers shot 49% from the field and 15 of 36 from the 3-point line as they got off to a terrible start and managed just 14 points in the first quarter to fall behind by as many as 25 points early, but they kept their heads and hung around until the fourth quarter, where they exploded for 39 points to escape with the impressive comeback victory. Chicago got out to an early lead over Washington, and it was back and forth until the fourth when the Bulls outscored the Wizards 32-21 to get a big win. Chicago was led by DeMar DeRozan who dropped 32, while Nikola Vucevic added 27, and Zach LaVine had 14, as those 3 were the only players with double-digit points. The Chicago Bulls have been in a rut as they've lost 6 of their last 9 games overall, but they will be eager to stay hot after blowing past the Wizards in a 107-94 road win on Tuesday. DeMar DeRozan led the team with 32 points, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Nikola Vucevic added 27 points with 5 rebounds and 4 assists, while Zach LaVine chipped in with 14 points. As a team, the Bulls shot 50% from the field and just 6 of 18 from the 3-point line as they went back and forth with the Wizards in a tight contest until the fourth quarter, where they went on a decisive 26 run to pull away and make it look easy in the end. Utah Jazz vs Los Angeles Lakers. Over 224.5 points. And here is why. The Los Angeles Lakers have been in terrible form as they've lost 7 of their last 9 games, and they will be hoping to arrest a 3-game skid after getting blown off the floor by the Mavericks in a 128-110 road loss on Tuesday. Malik Monk led the team with 28 points on 10 of 16 shooting. Russell Westbrook tallied 25 points with 8 rebounds and 6 assists, while Stanley Johnson chipped in with 16 points. As a team, the Lakers shot 44% from the field and 12 of 44 from the three-point line, but this was a game that they were never going to win after allowing the Mavericks to explode for 82 points in a nightmare of a first half. The Lakers trailed in this one by as many as 37 points in the third quarter and were without LeBron James, who sat out with an ankle injury. The Utah Jazz have been in a slump as they are now hoping to avoid a 6th straight loss after coming up short against the Clippers in a 121-115 road loss on Tuesday. Donovan Mitchell led the team with 33 points and 6 assists. Rudy Gobert added 19 points with 16 rebounds and 3 blocks, while Jordan Clarkson chipped in with 17 points and 5 assists off the bench. As a team, the Jazz shot 55% from the field and 12 of 31 from the three-point line as they got off to a flying start and led by as many as 25 points in the first half, but they never put the Clippers away, and it cost them in the fourth quarter, where the Clippers exploded for 39 points to snatch the game from them in the end behind a big game from Paul George, who scorched them for 34 points. 9 of the last 10 games the Lakers have been a part of have combined for at least 224 points. Only their game against the Raptors failed to reach that total. Over that stretch the Raptors are 3rd in defensive rating, with the Lakers unlikely to meet that level of resistance from the Jazz tonight. The Lakers are 11th in fast break points per game during that time too. With Rudy Gobert on the court, look for them to push the tempo to beat him up the floor. Westbrook should be effective in doing this tonight. The teams tonight also rank 9th and 10th in second chance points per game and should be able to clean up any misses the opponents force. Back the over as a result. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.